Hi, so this will be my first essay, and I'm gonna talk about an unscented hound for working memory and the cognitive adaptation of user interfaces. Hence, human working memory is responsible for the short-term storage of information. It is exposed to several risks that may influence the final decision-making process. Its sole purpose is to store and handle data for short term, and therefore any stress may affect its normal operating system. Such stress include disease, overload by information, or under stressful situation, and it may also become several limited to a certain degree of knowledge to maintain. However, this is disadvantage to changing generations as literating elders in society are affected by disease that affect their working memory. Despite development in cognitive psychology, working memory still faces several challenges in development. Its perception by cognitive psychology theory as storage and maintaining of task-related information in the process of performing cognitive tasks mechanism has encouraged and forested its existing the current developments. However, this view of working memory disputes the functional role of the term working memory, as it can also process information. This is achieved through the working memory having conversation, problem-solving techniques, and calculating changes. This problem also existing because of its limited storage capacity and the amount of information it can handle at given period and the whole duration this information is to be stored. There are quite a lot related works, and various other articles concern working memory and cognitive psychology have attributed to these frameworks. Others such as Carpenter, Baddeley, and Shiffrin have contributed significantly to the research of process of working memory and the related fields. The authors attribute by providing comparison and measurements of working memory limitation. These limitations aid problem-solving activities such as decision maker, which is mainly affected by deficiency in the working memory. Besides, previous research articles have established the boundary within which is user behavior and can be classified either cognitive load or not. Now, Dr. Suchow is the purpose of the framework model. Suchow demonstrates his idea through an analogy. He argues that the population within a nation changes experienced in that an individual dies randomly while others produce randomly. This suggests that the population is constant but in varying kind of manner. This is similar to how Suchow models the dynamics of data that have been undergoing evolution. He represents this information in terms of memory quandra. Suchow's idea is different from other previous ideas. It aims to look into working memory from general view than other dependent views observed by other authors. He views working memory in terms of its function other than in terms of storage capacity. This, in turn, helps solve the existing problem relating to working memory and its adaptation to user interfaces. Suchow's idea differs from other authors' idea, as it does not look into living gaps within the system, but instead aims to solve the already existing problem and enhance further development for changing generations. Therefore, an adaptive computer interface to users' cognitive source referred to frameworks is introduced in curbing this limitation. This framework tracks real-time of the human working memory as it interacts with user's interface. This framework reduces the threads available to the working memory concerning the user interface system. This can be easily achieved by timely and precise evaluation of the functional memory capacity to prevent stressful situations upon impact. This framework works by adapting the cognitive stress imposed on user by a specific task to user interface level. And this framework, as the results show below, this is the experiment that processed by those authors of this article. And this framework was evaluated through a memory game which respondents of ages 18 years and above were tested in different turns, and the results were recorded. The system was evaluated in the turns. The first turn involved displaying 8 squares of different colors to the player. This would be done during 500 times. The second turn involved hiding the stain with yellow boxes at intervals. Finally, the respondent would then be interrogated to answer pop-up that required them to click on the hidden box with a specific color. The respondent went round in the first ones tested in mechanics part of the mechanisms. Then the other finished other processor. These evaluated results were then represented graphically and analyzed concerning the research objective. So, despite the amazing advantage, the mechanism still not fully solved the memory capacity problems, in that it is still limited to some extent. Besides, this mechanism is only applicable to systems configured to handle it, in that not all systems can handle the property of the demand. So thanks for listening.